Good morning. So, today we're going to be looking at why you might want to study art. Now, of course, the obvious reason for studying art is because you would like to be an artist and start to make things like this, or even be an artist and make things like these and become a tattooist. Now, that's the obvious reason of taking art, because you want to be an artist. But there are other things that you can do with art that maybe are slightly less obvious. So, for example, if you wanted to get into things like graphic design, that includes things like logo design, like my t-shirt here, but also things like packaging design. Art is useful if you want to get into that, but art can go further if you want to get into product design. So, for example, here I've got my motorcycle helmet. If you wanted to get into something like this, you can get into product design through things like DT, but art is also another way that you can get into it. If you wanted to get involved with the logo in particular, that kind of stuff and the styling, art is going to be your way in there. But also art has loads of other foundations as well. If you wanted to get into fashion, you wanted to be looking at clothes and stuff like this, then art's going to help you. But there's more. There's other things within product design that sometimes get missed. So, for example, if you wanted to get into things like toy design, or you wanted to start making things like miniatures and becoming a sculptor of miniatures, or even a professional miniature painting. There's so many things that you can do with art, but there's more things you can do. Art can also be taken forward as an applied subject when combined with other subjects. So, for example, art, sometimes on its own, or sometimes when combined with things like maths and or physics or even DT, can get you into things like architecture or even things like special effects. So the special effects, VFX that we see in films, art combined with maths and physics can get you into that stuff. So it can be combined with other subjects. But there's even more you can do. Art can be a foundation from which you can transfer a set of skills. So what I mean by this is that you can study art to a higher level, and then the creative thinking skills, the creative problem solving skills that you get from art, you can transfer those skills into other areas. So, for example, you might transfer those skills into the world of business. You might become an entrepreneur running your own business. Maybe that's what you would do. And there's actually some evidence out there that art students from some particular universities make incredibly successful entrepreneurs running their own business because of their creative thinking and problem solving skills. So we've got several different ways there of why you might want to take art. You might want to take it because you want to be an artist. You might want to take it because you want to get into things like graphic design or product design, or even things like fashion. You might want to take art because you want to transfer those skills out into sort of other areas, into the world of business, so you've got a set of transferable skills. But you might also take art for yourself as a hobby, just as something to keep alongside the other things that you might do in life. So lots of brilliant reasons to take art, lots of different things that you can do to take things forward. So I hope this video has been helpful.